Hello everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial from the 41st millennium. Yes, we are back once more, only this time we're back with an absolute mega character. I'm so excited for this one. It is Commissar Yarrick, the man himself, in a glorious new plastic miniature. Wow, what an amazing model this is. I love it so much. And a massive thank you to Games Workshop, as always, for sending me this one early to build up and paint with all of you. So without further ado, we're going to jump in and we're going to start painting Commissar Yarrick himself. So he's been primed in Grey Seer, and the colour we're going to be using first is, of course, Black Legion. And we're going to be applying this over top of quite a significant amount of details on old Yarrick. So we're going to be applying this over top of his coat. We're applying this over top of his boots, top of his hat, and his trousers, as well as his bolter. There's a lot of black details. So with all of that Black Legion applied, what we're then going to do is going to take a roughly 2 parts Cygor Brown to 1 part Lahmian Medium mix. We're going to apply this over top of his leather details. This is going to be the little pistol holster, the strap on the storm bolter, and the sheath for his sword. So with that all done, we're now going to tackle the biggest colour on the model, which is all the red. And we're going to start out with some Baal Red. And we're going to apply this over top of, well, all of our red details. So this is going to be the inside of the coat. It's going to be the rim of the hat. It's going to be the sash around his waist. And it's going to be the frame or casing of the power claw. Whilst we wait for all that Baal Red to dry, we're going to take some Reikland Fleshshade. We're going to apply this over top of Yarrick's face and hand. And so with that all done, we're now going to take a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Flesh Tearer's Red and Lahmian Medium. We're going to apply this over top of all of our Baal Red. So with that all done, we're now going to take some Nazdreg Yellow, and we're going to apply this over top of the trim of the coat, and we're going to apply this over top of the shoulder pads / tassels. Well, I mean, it's both things really. So with that all done, it might seem a little bit weird, but what we're going to do next is we're going to take a little bit of Druchii Violet, not very much here at all. I'm going to apply this over top of his skin. So with that all done, we're then going to take a little bit of Dark Angel's Green. And we're going to apply this over the top of the laurel on his cap, but what we're also going to do is we're going to apply this over the top of these cables coming out of his face. So with that all done, it is now time to work on some metallics. And what we're going to do is we're going to kick things off with some thinned down Iron Warriors. Now, we're going to be applying this over top of the breastplate, but we're not going to be applying this over top of the sort of winged skull in the middle of the chest. We're also going to be applying this over the top of his, I guess, knee braces. Kind of reminds me of a Batman reference in some ways. And we're also going to be applying this over top of the power cable for the power claw, the mechanical details on the storm bolter, and mechanical details on the back assembly back here as well. And so with that all done, we're then going to take some thinned down Retributor Armour and we're going to apply this over top of, well, pretty much all of our remaining details, such as the remaining details on the sword. We've got the gorget piece just up here. We've got the sort of band around the hat, and we've got the laurels here on the storm bolter, as well as this doodad just here on the back. So with that all done, it's now time to apply some shades, and the first of these is going to be some Nuln Oil, and we're going to apply this over top of all the black, all the silver, and all of the white, which is including this bit here on the chest. One thing I will point out is that I have applied some Retributor Armour over the top of his shoulders as well. Not over the top of the tassels, but just over the top of the shoulders. And with that all done, we're then going to take some Agrax Earthshade. I'm going to use this to shade all the gold. So with that all done, Commissar Yarrick is now at what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. However, we're not going to leave him there, no. We're going to take him to the next level, and we're going to do this by adding some highlights. Now the first of these is going to be some thinned down Skavenblight Dinge. And we're going to use this to highlight his black coat, but only the black coat. Not doing this over top of all the black details. With that Skavenblight Dinge all applied, we then take some thinned down Stormvermin Fur, and we use this to add some little spot highlights to the coat. With that Stormvermin Fur all applied, the coat is now finished, but what we're going to do next is we're going to take some thinned down Thunderhawk Blue, and we're going to use this to highlight all the other black details. And with that Thunderhawk Blue all applied, we then want to take a teensy tiny little bit of some thinned down Fenrisian Grey. I'm going to use this to add some little spot highlights to those other black details. So with that all done, the black details are now finished. So what we're going to do is move on to the brown. And we're going to take some thinned down Mournfang Brown for this. And we're just going to use this to highlight our few little bits of leather. So with that all done, we're now going to tackle the big area, which is all the red. And the colour we're going to be using for this first is some thinned down Evil Sunz Scarlet. Feels appropriate, given the orky nature of some of that red. Definite Imperium technology. So with that all done, we're then going to take a little bit of some thinned down Squig Orange. I'm going to use this to add some little spot highlights to all of our red. And so with that all done, we then take a teensy tiny little bit of Black Legion. I'm going to apply this over the top of his eye. And with that Black Legion applied to his eye, we then want to take a teensy tiny little dot of Screaming Skull, and we're going to apply this in the corners of the eyes, but what we're also going to do is we're going to use this to pick out his teeth. And with that Screaming Skull all applied, we then want to take some thinned down Flayed One Flesh, and we're going to thin it down just a little bit more than we would normally. So that what we can do here is effectively relayer the skin, although it's still really kind of a highlight. It's quite a shallow relayer, really. With that Flayed One Flesh applied, we then take a teensy tiny little bit of Pallid Witch Flesh, and we use this to spot highlight the face. So with the face all done, we can now take some thinned down Yriel Yellow, and we can use this to highlight our Nazdreg Yellow areas. And so with that all done, we're then going to take a little bit of some thinned down Warpstone Glow. I'm going to use this to highlight the laurels on his hat and the cables. And with that all done, we then want to take a little bit of some thinned down Corax White. I'm going to use this to highlight the white details. And so with those white details now highlighted, it's time to take some thinned down Ironbreaker. I'm going to use this to highlight all the silver. And so with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Liberator Gold. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the gold. And so to finish off Commissar Yarrick, we're going to take some Flesh Tearers Red. And we're going to apply this over top of his lenses and buttons. And there we have it. The base is now complete in the same style as the rest of our guards. If you'd like to see how we do that, you can go and check out any of our old Acadian videos. Commissar Yarrick is now finished, and he's a really wonderful glow up of the older model. I really like it. It's just smooth and imposing and lovely. It's definitely got presence, and you'll really be able to spot him from a distance on the tabletop. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.